You spent your entire 20s being the reliable guy. You covered for everyone else's mistakes while they got promoted over you. Sight start. You thought your work ethic would be rewarded. Sight 16, 17, 18. So you stayed late every night fixing other people's problems. Sight start. But you only trained your workplace to see you as the cleanup crew instead of leadership material. Sight 17. You believed being indispensable meant being valuable. You were wrong. You were just making yourself into the most useful servant in the building. Sight start, a tool for others to use. Sight 18, 19. While you focused on performance, mediocre colleagues climbed the ladder because they understood politics. Sight start. You have been playing chess with only half the pieces while others have the full board. Sight 18, 20. You were naive about how power actually works. Sight start. You believed that being helpful was a virtue, but being helpful without being strategic is just volunteering to be exploited. Sight 21. Kindness without leverage is weakness. Integrity without power is just a beautiful way to lose elegantly. The world is not a fair place. Sight start. It is a battlefield of wills. Sight 2293. The strong do what they can, and the weak suffer what they must. Sight start. You have been taught to be humble and patient in a world that rewards neither humility nor patience. Sight 48, 103. You were told that wanting more money, more power, or more recognition was somehow greedy or wrong. Sight start. This backwards thinking kept you trapped in mediocrity for many years. Sight 104. You stayed grateful for scraps while watching people with half your talent feast at tables you built but were never invited to join. Sight start. Your patience was your prison. Sight 102. Your self-imposed limitations were not noble. They were a form of self-sabotage disguised as virtue. Sight start. It is time to kill the version of you that wants to be liked. Sight 105. It is time to become the hidden force that shapes reality. Real power does not shout. It moves in silence and shapes everything around it. Sight start. Today, we break the system. Sight 31, 121, 127. We are not here to teach you how to be a better employee. We are here to teach you how to be powerful. Sight start. Being open and transparent makes you vulnerable. Sight 2653. Because not everyone should know what you are thinking or feeling at all times. Sight start. When you reveal your inner world, you give away your power and lose your authenticity. Sight 53. You have been playing a game where everyone else is using loaded dice while you handicap yourself with absolute honesty. Sight start. You believed that transparency would earn respect. Sight 89, 90, 91. But instead, you found that people only walked all over you. Integrity without power is just a beautiful way to lose elegantly. Sight start. Morality is a luxury. Sight 91, 93, 96. Morality is a luxury you can only afford after you have secured your position. Sight start. Trust is not a gift. It is a currency to be spent strategically. Sight 96. Your commitment to being humble and patient is not noble. It is a form of self-sabotage disguised as virtue. Sight start. You kept your ambitions small. Sight 103, 105. You kept your expectations lower. thinking that made you a better person than the ones actually living the life you secretly wanted. Sight start, society ignores you. Sight 104. Society rewards neither humility nor patience. It rewards those who understand control and leverage. Sight start. It is time to shift your mind and transform your world. Sight 103, 108. Your mystery is your strength. Your silence is your weapon. Sight start. Real power does not need to be displayed because true strength lives in the choices you make when no one is watching. Sight 27, 40, 117. When you are too available, you become a commodity that people feel they can use at their leisure. Sight start. When you are always there to explain yourself, you are handing over the keys. Sight 53, 128. To your internal world. This transparency is a gift you give to your enemies. To reclaim your position, you must embrace invisible dominance. Sight start. This is not about manipulating others through words. Sight 30, 53, 115. But about mastering your own reactions. When you stop reacting to the provocations of those around you, they lose their ability to control you. Sight start. By embracing strategic silence, you become reality. Sight 30, 38. To change how the world sees you, you must first change how you appear to it. This requires the withdrawal strategy. Sight start. You must stop proving your value through endless work. Sight 23, 109. And start leveraging the power of your absence. Sight start. When you disappear from the predictable patterns of your life, you create a vacuum that people will naturally try to fill with curiosity. Sight 121. With their own curiosity and concern, you stop being the person who is always there to fix problems and you become a mystery that requires investigation. Sight start. Silence is the ultimate weapon. Sight 27, 34. Silence is the ultimate weapon because it forces others to speak. In their discomfort, they will reveal their own weaknesses, their fears, and their plans. Sight start. You gain the advantage. Sight 27, 32, 64. Simply by being the one who observes while others reveal themselves. The result of this strategic retreat is immediate and profound. Sight start. People who used to dump work will begin to seek. Sight 25, 38. They will no longer see you as a servant, but as a figure of authority, whose presence is a privilege. Real power moves in silence. Sight start. It does not need to shout. Sight 26, 31, 34, 127. It is the quiet force that guides the room without anyone realizing who is in control. By becoming unreadable and unpredictable, you become unstoppable. Sight start. You have created your own game. Sight 36, 47, 115, 121. Your silence speaks volumes, your words carry weight, and your presence commands respect. Sight start. You have reclaimed your power from those who once thought you were beneath them. Sight 31, 32, 74, 125. Most people are terrified of empty space in a conversation, so they fill it with meaningless chatter that reveals their weaknesses, their fears, and their secrets. Sight start. Silence is a weapon. Sight 27, 32. You must recognize that silence is not just an absence of noise, it is a tool. When you practice the pause, you change the way you engage with everyone. Sight start. Results follow. Sight 37, 38, 128, yielding results that are tremendously surprising. Real power does not need to shout to be felt. It moves in silence and shapes the room through presence alone. Sight start. Stay quiet. Sight 31, 38, 127. By staying calm and saying less, you force others to reveal their hands, while your intentions remain hidden in the shadows. Sight start. Your silence must speak volumes and carry weight. Sight 58, 61, 125. Ensuring that when you finally do speak, your words carry a weight that cannot be ignored. Sight start. If people can predict your next move, they can manage and exploit you. Sight 31, 115. You must become unreadable, unpredictable, and unstoppable in all your methods. Break the patterns that society has used to cage you. Sight start. Your tactics must remain a total mystery. Sight 36, 47, 63, 115. While you should be predictable in your core values, your tactics must be unknown. Sight start. You have spent too long being the reliable person who is always there. Sight 16, 17. This made your time worthless in the eyes of others. You must understand that your time is precious and your presence is powerful. Sight start. Scarcity creates value everywhere. Sight 18, 44, 46, 65. Treat your engagement as a privilege, not a right that anyone can claim. Sight start. Stop being the one who fixes everything and start being the one whose approval everyone seeks. Sight 24-25. When you make yourself less available, your influence increases because people value what they cannot have. Sight start. Become the hidden force that shapes reality from the periphery. Sight 3, 41, 50, 57. Speak with purpose, listen with power, and observe with an advantage that others throw away. Sight start. The real edge is the discipline to see reality clearly without emotions. Sight 28, 70, 77s. While others are blinded by their own emotions, you watch the hidden dynamics and the unspoken fears of those around you. Sight start. You gain the leverage needed. Sight 22, 64. You must stop asking for respect and start commanding it through calculated moves. Sight start. The system was not designed to reward your humility or your patience. Sight 97, 103. Waiting for merit to be noticed is a form of self-sabotage disguised as virtue. Sight start. Stop asking for opportunities and start creating them through strategic positioning. Sight 105, 109. Power is never given freely, it is taken by those with vision. Sight start. The need to be liked is a chain that keeps good people powerless. Sight 100, 108. But leverage is a currency that only grows. You must understand that integrity without power is just a beautiful way to lose elegantly. Sight start. Trust is a strategic currency. Sight 93, 96, 108. This path does not teach you to be liked. It teaches you to be feared losing. Stop explaining yourself to people. Sight, validas, start, demonstrate your power. Sight 100, 110. True power is a form of self-mastery where you control your reactions to master the world. Sight start. When you decouple your emotions, you become untouchable. Sight 30, 47, 63, 77. You become the person who acts when others hesitate and stays calm when others panic. Sight start. Do not let evil break you, let it inform your strategy. Sight. 2877. By mastering your internal world, you ensure that no external force can shake your foundation. Sight start. You are the hidden force and architect of your reality. Sight. 305071. You are now at the threshold of installing a new mental operating system. Power never apologizes for existing. Sight start. You must kill the part of yourself that is desperate. Sight 107-108. For social approval. You have found the manual for psychological dominance that the powerful keep hidden. Leverage is infinitely more valuable than likability. Sight start. Refuse the limits. Sight 94-108. Those who change the world refuse to accept the limitations imposed by society. Sight start. Absolute honesty was never a virtue. It was a handicap in a game of loaded dice. Sight 89-90-108. Integrity without power is just a beautiful way to lose elegantly. Trust is a currency to be spent strategically, not a moral obligation. Sight start. This shift is terrifying. Sight 93-96-111. People who used to patronize you will now seek your approval. You have stopped explaining your worth to those who cannot afford it. Sight start. Your word is final. Sight 98-110-111. You are no longer the leader who explains. You are the one whose word is final. Sight start. You stand at a crossroads where the old you must die. Sight 98-113. So the new you can lead. Sight start. You can return to the safety of your mediocrity and continue being the reliable guy who gets passed over forever. Sight 16-102. You can remain the most useful servant in the building and watch others feast at the table you built. Sight start. Or you can choose to be the player. Sight 18-102. Who controls the board? This is the moment you stop being predictable and start being powerful. Sight start. You have the tools to be unreadable and the discipline. Sight 36-47-77-115. To move in silence. Your mystery is now your greatest strength. Your silence is your most lethal weapon. Sight start. The strong do what they can while others suffer. Sight 27-40-48-117. What they must. Do not apologize for your ambition. Do not apologize for your power. Sight start. You have killed the version of yourself that was trained to be powerless. Sight 48-101-108. You have stopped being a pawn and started being the hidden force that shapes reality. Sight start. People will sense the shift and fear the depth of your silence. Sight 3-41-50-127. They will realize that you are no longer playing their game. You are the architect of your own destiny. The choice is yours alone. Sight start. Choose now. Sight 41-109-116. Remain a shadow of someone else's plan, or become the force that guides your own empire. Sight start. You are now unreadable, unpredictable, and unstoppable in every way. Sight 36-47-63-115. Choose your path wisely, because once you see how the game is played, you can never go back to being a piece on the board. Sight start, you are free. Sight 21-35.